So why Debian, and especially for servers? Welcome everyone to another Linux Tech Academy free tutorial. In this short presentation, and by the way, I put the link there under the description, I want to share with you briefly why I consider Debian as enterprise operating system for your server. I won't read all the descriptions under the bullets, but here briefly we're gonna go through it, and you can tell it's just straight to the point, and that's what you need on a enterprise environment. Even for your own personal server, stability and reliability as number one bullet here is basically the first thing you need to look for. Extensive packages, repos, that's another one. Strong security practices. Debian known to be really among the best for security. And I believe Alma Linux or Red Hat in general comes next, or I would say they're equal on that regard. Comprehensive documentation and community support. Like Debian is everywhere. Debian-based distros, Ubuntu, what have you, they're just like really doing great on documentation and community support. Long-term support, that's actually one of the best when you're dealing with a enterprise grade operating system like Alma Linux again, SUSE Enterprise, Red Hat Enterprise, and of course Debian Linux for servers. You will enjoy the long-term support at least 4 to 5 years. I ran my server for 5 years before I thought about upgrading. But again, I'm not saying that you need to do that. I recommend you upgrade at least every 2-3 years. But if you can't and you want a long-term support, here we go. Flexibility. That's another thing that, it's just awesome for everything. Laptops, servers, desktops, embedded devices, firewalls, you name it. Free and open source. Free in terms of freedom, and at the same time free of charge. You don't need to pay for a licensing. Open source means if you choose to have a laptop that has all the hardware on that laptop can use a open source. Debian can identify through the kernel modules and drivers, and therefore you have free, non-proprietary software, and at the same time the sources are open. So you have the choice if you want to. And if your laptop actually requires proprietary driver to identify the components, Debian also provides that on the non-free repos. So the conclusion, choosing Debian Linux is a wise decision. Honestly, it's just, I never had issue with Debian server, just awesome. Especially for users who value stability, security, extensive community support. Whether you're setting up a server, desktop, embedded system, Debian provides a solid foundation that can adapt to changing needs over time, and that's actually a key. Now, I would suggest also for you another piece of information that my article here under my website, imaddao.com. I list actually a scenario here in real world actually, where the CTO asked me to explain to him why Debian, not Ubuntu, and you will find it really interesting. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for your time. and I look forward to see you in the next tutorial.